we're certainly going to find out over time, aren't we? It just seems a little bit shy to me, just in seeing what we've been seeing in this market. Now, are we going to the charts now, guys? I see it on the screen. I want to ask
Let's do
everybody.
it.
I want to ask everybody.
Those charts.
Trying to clean up the charts a little bit to make it a little bit more visible for everybody. Perhaps if we can
Order filled.
a poll, we can leave that up for a while. I want to see if you guys prefer the white background versus the usual black background. If it seems cleaner, if you're able to see more clearly, just let me know. All right. So, Jay, here we go. Always start with the weekly on Mondays and Fridays. This is the weekly chart. 4,000 is right here. We've done that in the last 3 weeks. We've moved price that far. Now, again, I don't know if what's going to happen. Nobody does. Okay, wow. I'm looking at the chat, and so far, the dark background is much better. All right.
Yep.
Too much glare. One white is better. Gray or dark. Kind of used to the dark mode. All right. Well, I'm kind of getting the idea that we like the dark. We'll probably go back to that. Dark mode, dark. All right. Somebody keep an eye on that for me. So we had another, breakout continuation to the upside from last week. We're one-time framing higher on the weekly charts. There's this market is in a very healthy upside auction, folks. I don't know what else to say, at least the way I'm looking at it. And remember, what we're talking about here is all about context, risk management, and remaining patient. Risk management, of course, very, 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 very important. So what are we on the daily chart here, Jay? We are kind of range bound. We got a little bit of consolidation going as part of the positive or the strong upside auction. It needs to take breaks. It needs to either pull back, or a period of consolidation can help even out that inventory as well. So we're looking at Jay's 20 session moving average. We haven't even had any contact with that on the daily chart for quite some time. And we're continuing to see open interest pouring into this market. Even in this consolidation yesterday, the estimated addition in open interest was 14,000 contracts. 14,000 on a kind of a quiet day. It was kind of an inside day yesterday. We were looking for a hangover day, and we kind of got one after the numbers came out, after the CPI numbers came out. So we're kind of right in the middle of the area of balance now. What do you think of the daily here, Jay?
Yeah, it's imbalance, Hogue, but I think this is a welcome balance here in gold, right? If we look at the 2 weeks that we had, it looked like we were going to hit that 5,000 target in a couple of days if we kept going and running at that pace, right? Coach Paul and I were talking at the buzzer yesterday. So I don't know many people that could sprint a marathon, and you don't want that upside auction to get unhealthy to the point where we're so overextended that market participants are just like, all right, well, we made it this far, let's just take our profits. So I think this balance is good. As long as we don't fall back into that range, we pushed above the prior all-time high, which was at right around 3,600, and we've held that. So this looks good. This balance, I'm hoping it's not another 130 days before we see another push. But we've stayed in that consolidation for so long that I think this is just a little bit of a pit stop before we continue higher. If we look at the daily candle that made the all-time high, Hogue, we haven't closed outside of that candle. So to the upside or the downside, right? So it's just balance inside that range for now.
Yes, and pretty much Jay.
Order filled.
Aaron, Dom, everybody picked that 3650 level as an important area of support. Which
Order rejected.
Yesterday again. See if we get another look at that. That's in essence last week's high was 3655 half. Let's take a look on the 30-minute chart now, Jay. All right. So this kind of yellow area here is the regular trading hour session from yesterday. And after the 7:30 numbers, we got pretty much what we were looking for, just kind of a hangover day. We never extended the range outside of the initial balance high or the initial balance low because of the volatility of that number. So it turns out to be a neutral day. Uh, we're we're kind of central in the current area of balance. So here's that, the 3650 level we were looking at yesterday. We took a look, rejected it. Now we're kind of right in the middle between the all-time high, which is the upper extreme of this area of balance. Some might say the upper extreme is closer to around 3700, but we're still really centrally located. We don't really have a whole bunch of overnight inventory to kind of look at. So we're
Order
we're
filled.
in a little bit of here's where we opened, here's where we are now. Not a lot of overnight inventory to be thinking about. I'm going to take that off of there. And we're coming back into range and back into value, coming back into settlement, which is 3673.60. Back to the point of control on this platform is right around 3672. I'm going to try and stay patient today. I think that this market is in consolidation. There are opportunities. There was a pretty good range yesterday, but still relatively range bound. There's still decent opportunities. I'm just going to try and be patient, look for better trade locations as the day goes on, as we continue to push back into value. Really reject value early. That may change that hypothesis, but for now, my main hypothesis is stay patient. Very little change in the perception of value at this time. Jay, what are your thoughts?
Definitely some opportunity in this market, Hogue. Even if it is in balance, right? That balance is a $40 range most times in gold. And JD, I see you laughing in the green room. I'm laughing at the same thing. But in gold here, we are testing that first 30 minutes that opened up the market. So we
Order
are already
filled.
short. If we can sell through this, and 36.76 was the high of that first 30-minute candle from Globex, I'm looking at 36.66 Hogue as the target to the downside. We have that 200 moving average on the 30-minute sitting right there, and it is also 50% of yesterday's CPI candle. So that would be if we continue to sell through here. 36.66 is my target to the downside. It's a
Oh,
big
that's a
if,
great
right? We still
target.
need some, yeah, still need some sellers to get us down there, but that is what I'd be looking at for some position management if we can continue to sell through this
There's
Globex Open.
It's also value low from yesterday, 36.
Order filled.
Approximately.
Like that, Hogue.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, I mean,
And we're looking in the same place.
yeah, opening above value, coming back into value, seeing maybe we get a value area special situation play down to 36.66. Ooh, that would be tasty. That would be tasty. But again, yesterday's profile was a normal day. Initial balance high and low remained the high and low of the entire regular trading hour session, largely because of the volatility created by the 7:30 release yesterday. Um, Patience. We are again currently short the house account 5 micros. Very nice level here, 36.8190. So we're looking to see if we can find some acceptance inside value, and time will tell. All right, that's what we got for gold here. Looking at some news from our handsome friend JD about stock futures.
For sure. And yeah, Jay, you always know it's going to be a great Friday when our old buddy Tom in the chat comes out and makes it shorter when you're off screen. Thanks for the laugh, Tom. We're going to get the screen fixed too. Don't worry about it, guys.
Change it now.
Order filled.
All right, guys. Overnight, stocks fell slipped just a little bit overnight after surging of fresh records yesterday. Investors took those signs of weakening jobs and tame inflation to mean the Federal Reserve will lower rates next week at that next Fed meeting. We did get a boost in one particular stock, Adobe, up 4% overnight. This is coming from CNBC. Shares rose nearly 4% after the software company reported better than expected results for its fiscal third quarter. Company earned an adjusted $5.31 per share on revenue of $5.99 billion. Analysts expected a profit of $5.18 per share on revenue of $5.91 billion. We're also getting a boost from Warner Brothers. We're going to talk about that in just a little bit. Warner Brothers Discovery Inc. is up 5% this morning. Overnight, stocks in Asia closed a little bit mixed, mostly higher. Shanghai Composite closed down 0.12%. The Nikkei was up 0.89%, and the Hang Seng Index up 1.16%. Stocks in Europe currently trading a little bit mixed this morning. We've got the FTSE up 0.3%, the DAX down 0.11%, and the CAC down 0.29%. The US dollar index up about 0.3% this morning, currently at 97.83. The VIX up 0.5%, 14.79, and the yield on the US Treasury note 4.066% on our last chart.
Order filled. Order
All right,
filled.
guys, let's get into the markets. Oh, real quick, I did put in a bid to cover a pair of those gold shorts at 2R. So we're working a bid to cover a pair, 36.73.90.
Order rejected.
2R
Order
return on
rejected.
pair, and give us a free trade for the rest of the day. If you're okay with that.
I like that.
I could always pull it. Just ride the whole thing all day. What do you think?
I like that idea, JD. It's right above settlement. We got settlement at 73.60. So just pulling off a little bit there.
That was kind of my sentiment. That's exactly what I was looking at when I put that bid in. Settlement price. We always like to do a little sort of retail rinse around settlement price, Dip, rip, and then possible continuation. But we'll see what happens when we get around there. All right, guys, back to you.
Alrighty.
S&P.
S and P's. I will get back to the dark backgrounds here after opening call, folks. I was going to try and make it gray, but it kind of made the price scale disappear. So I'll get this back to normal after the opening call here, folks. And I appreciate everybody's thoughts on that. I'm not a fan of the white background, but I thought it might make it easier for everybody to see. Anyways, weekly in the S&Ps. All right. Upside auction intact. We're still putting in higher highs, mostly higher lows. Things are looking good as far as continuation is concerned. We might be looking at also this week on the daily one time framing higher with some pretty decent push to the upside. Now it is rollover. We added 36,000 contracts in open interest yesterday. Rollover has been really slowed. In other words, there's only 10% of the open interest in the December contract. We're supposed to switch on Tuesday, unless I'm wrong about that. So the directional activity of these markets has been making the rollover harder for the longer time frame traders. It is a slow roll. December open interest is only 1/10 the open interest of the September contract. There's a lot of work to do if we're going to get this rollover done in a speedy amount of time. So that is going to continue to put pressure on the longer time frame traders to try and get their rollover done, and they want calm markets to do that. It makes it much easier. They can make money on that, but if it becomes directional, it complicates things. So just remember that there's a slow rollover. We put in a new all-time high yesterday. You can't count on that open interest for anything right now because we are right in the teeth of rollover. Volume in the front month which would be expected to be a little bit soft, which it was a little bit low yesterday as the volume starts to move into the December contract. What do you think here, Jay? What do you like about the daily chart? What don't you like?
We are just continuing to grind higher, right? The S&P showing a ton of strength here, Hogue. I'm hearing what you're saying about this rollover, especially the closer we come to it, and expecting the markets to be range bound. I've been checking the volume, and we haven't really traded too much in the December contract yet. I'm curious to see what happens at the 6,600 here, right? Yesterday we tagged it. The high of the session was 6,600 evens. There was about 600 contracts sitting up there when we got up there. We traded 12 of them. So as strong as these buyers have been, only 12, we found 12 buyers at 6,600 even so far. So we'll see how the market responds there, right? It's a major level. It's going to take a lot of buying to not only get through it, to trade through it, but to sustain through it as well. So we will see, right? The way this market has been making all-time highs is make an all-time high and sell off. The past 2 days, I think we've seen, some more kind of grinding action to the upside. So we'll see if it sustains in 6,600 all-time high. There are 240 contracts sitting there right now. But I would not be surprised to see some type of range. And I keep saying that, but the S&P is proving me wrong. The Nasdaq proves me right. The Nasdaq, it's needs a little motivation to take out that all-time high, but the S&P is just continuing to grind higher.
Yeah, you're right. Nasdaq needs motivation. What will motivate the Nasdaq?
Right.
We need like a coach like Coach Ditka to motivate the Nasdaq. And you're right, Jay. You mentioned you're kind of thinking maybe a little bit of range bound day today, maybe Monday, maybe Tuesday. We do have the FOMC on Friday, and we are in the teeth of rollover. If we do fall into a range bound day, that will make the longer time frame extremely happy, and we will see a whole boatload of open interest move into that December contract from the September contract. Let's take a look at the 30 now. All righty. So, all right, we had the late spike higher on Tuesday. Wednesday, value did move higher. We had a down day though, but still value moved higher. Higher high, higher low, higher high, high ho, whatever. Yesterday was the day I was looking for to happen on Wednesday. We had that yesterday. We had buyers pretty much from the open. We had negative delta. We had all the earmarks of a potential blow off top. Where are we as far as the inventory is concerned today? We are, let's see, overnight inventory. We started here. We're trading here, maybe a little bit short, but I'm not looking at this as an important short or a kind of a usable overnight inventory adjustment, because again, we are in range and we are in value. I'm going to try and stay patient today. When we open in range and inside of value, that tells me that there's very little change in the perception of value. Now think about what we've got coming forward. We've got FOMC and we're in rollover. A longer time frame would really relish a range bound day today. So they're going to be, and without any kind of news or anything like that, hopefully, I think that they'll be expecting that. And sometimes expectations don't get met, but that's what they're hoping for. And the fact that we're in range and in value, I think, kind of gives the implication that with no bad news, we're going to be range bound, maybe a little bit more of a grind to the upside. That selling tail at the top yesterday, we were looking for a late spike to the upside that didn't really happen. This selling tail to the top at the top here is a little bit concerning. It's off the all-time high, but on the daily chart, it's not really that much of a selling tail. Just on the shorter time frame, longer time frame usually wins. Jay, what are you thinking? What do you like?
Not a market I want to short, right? I want to find opportunities to buy it, and just looking at a couple different things. So I attached a VWAP to CPI from yesterday, and that is at 65.82 evens. We tagged it in the overnight session, right around 3 a.m. Central Time, and now I'm looking at that candle, right? The candle that tested that VWAP. If we're looking at, hey, we need a necessary pullback, that may have satisfied the pullback before our move higher, right? So now I'm looking at that 30-minute candle as, I'm framing my day around that 30-minute candle for right now until we get Michigan sentiment. So if we can stay above 65.80, that 65.82, which is the view out from that CPI, then I'm looking for opportunities to buy. If we start to see some selling pressure below that, then maybe we get the rotation back into that range, like we're saying, down to 65, 62s. I'm looking at that 30-minute candle from 3 a.m. Central Time for buying opportunities, just because that's the one that satisfied that pullback. If it doesn't hold, then 62 is a downside target. And then to the upside, it has to be 6,600, right, for now. If I get in long, could I want to see 66.50s? I could. But again, we're going to need to see some convinced buyers up here to take out that 6,600 and hold us above it.
Right. And we only had 12 convicted buyers at
Well,
the dead ass high.
yep.
You call those laggard buyers. Hey,
Yeah.
just bought the high. That would be me. I just bought the high. Woohoo.
Yeah.
All right, the profile yesterday,
Maybe a
P
little.
shape, short covering, P shape, not new longs like the open interest is telling us, but it's P shape and getting short covering. I'm suspecting that is a um uh a little off, a little distracting perhaps. With a P-shaped profile, you'd look for a drop in open interest. We have a big jump in open interest. I think that the big jump in open interest is longer time frame traders trying to get prepared to move those contracts over into the December contract. And if I could take a quick look, I'm going to say the bulk of that, all of that open interest, the estimated was 57,000 added contracts in the December contract. 22,400 losing in the September contract. So there was a pretty good add, but still only 10% of the open interest after that open interest change yesterday. It remains in the December contract. So 90% of the open interest is still in that September. A little bit of a late roll. It's gonna just something to keep in mind. And you remember, the longer time frame traders do want the market to stay relatively range bound in that regard, because they need to get that roll done, man. That's gonna be tough. Closer we get to expiration, it's gonna get thinner and thinner in that front month. My story, and I'm sticking to it, Jay.
We'll stick to it, Hogue. Let JD. We got some news in crude oil before we get to these charts. I think we actually got some news in crude while we've been on air. We've seen spike in volatility in crude, tagging $64 even. But what is that news you got in crude, JD?
Yeah, real quick, I want to talk about this gold trade for just a second. So we are ripping a bit higher in gold right now. We're almost back to our entry price. Again, we're short, house count short from 3681.90. All three time frames. We pulled the chat on a 1 minute, 3 minute, and 5 minute opening range breakout. We settled on the 1 minute based on chat feedback. So what does that mean? All three time frames triggered a short. So because we took the 1 minute, we are in better, and we trimmed our risk significantly by going with the lower time frame on this trade today. If we had taken the 5 minute, we'd be in much worse on this trade. We'd be taking heat on it right now. But as it stands, we're up about $100 so far on this trade on the 1 minute. So just a quick update on difference between different time frames on that opening range breakout. When you take it, your reasoning behind it is you're trying to catch the high or the low for the trading session. So we'll see how this continues to play out. But let's get into that crude oil. We are seeing some moves in crude right now. I'll pull up that chart real quick. Here is a 5 minute. Over to a 3 minute. We're seeing some volatility in crude oil right now. We talked about yesterday about EU leaders sort of not taking President Trump's advice about slapping tariffs on India and China for taking Russian oil, rather seeing how their sanctions play out or seeing how additional sanctions might play out. But Trump is doubling down. This article comes from oilprice.com, came out at about 2:30 a.m. Central Time this morning. Trump calling on the G7 to slap those tariffs on China and India for importing Russian oil. I'm going to read a couple bullet points here for you. President Donald Trump has urged the U.S. partner countries in the G7 group to impose tariffs on China and India in punishment for their continued energy trade with Russia. That's from a report coming from the Financial Times, sent out by oilprice.com this morning. Noted it is Trump's belief that such a course of action would speed up the end of the Ukraine war. The report said the finance minister of the G7 will discuss tariffs in a video call today, after the European Union demonstrated reluctance to impose tariffs on two Asian economies, arguing that sanctions would be more effective and less risky. So Trump doubles down. G7 countries are doubling down. They'd rather go sanctions than tariffs. We'll see how it plays out. We might get some headlines on this later today. But we are trading $63.50 right now. $63.57 last trade. What are you guys seeing in the charts? What direction are we likely heading today, based on what you're looking at?
All right. We do have a very interesting reversal pattern. I'm not sure if it's a reversal pattern so much because of the shorter time or the longer time frame balance that we've been in. So let's get onto my charts here. So this is the weekly. Still, you know, on the longest of time frames, the market is still in balance and right in the middle of that balance. The daily chart, Jay. What are we looking at here? Well, we've got rollover range here, and we are in rollover range here. We've looked at $64, which is the weekly kickoff high, as resistance a couple of times this week. We've looked at last week's low, perhaps getting near that for potential support. So we've got some pretty solid extremes for this area of balance. Now we've just taken a look back up to $64. Within 2 ticks of it here prior to the open. This gives us, I think, a really good opportunity to limit risk in either direction. Maybe we're going to see the market break out above that weekly kickoff high. Maybe that weekly kickoff high will remain resistant, and we can look for a rotation back into the rollover range that we are currently in. We added 3,800 in open interest yesterday on a pretty decent push to the downside. But again, rollover is going to severely blur that, as well as the sheer number of open contracts, contract months that are out into the future. Crude oil is one of the more difficult contracts to use open interest for information, unless it's really stark, and it's not. Jay, what do you think of the daily chart here, my friend?
We are in balance, Hogue, right back up to this 200 moving average, or the spaghetti of moving averages that we have in this range. We're right back here. Again, crude is not moved on a higher time frame in any direction. We are still in this range, but again, there's some great moves in crude. $2 range today. The daily ATR is still at $1.50, so there is opportunity here. Uh, you know, with the amount of range that we've seen already in the overnight session, we saw this yesterday. Crude had a really nice move overnight, and then for the New York session, kind of stayed pretty tight in a range. So I'm curious to see how much movement we get. But it's been a great trade, more so in the overnight. If you look at when a lot of the movement is happening in crude, and we'll take a look when we get down to the 30-minute chart, it's all happening when the London session comes in. So if anyone is up at 3 a.m. Eastern, 2 a.m. Central Time, that has been the time to trade crude for the most part. But yeah, we're in balance on the daily, Hogue, and you sell it one day, buy the next has been the trade.
Yeah, right, right. That's barcoding for you. So here's
Yep.
the 30-minute chart, and Jay, you're right. I mean, the moves have been coming in as the London session opens. If you were up last night, or you could go back in time, buy crude about 2 o'clock in the morning, and you'll be looking really good. Okay, so Jay, you said yesterday when we were down here, we were short all day crude oil, and I think we made $2. No, I think it was a little bit more than that, but there was just a very small range. And you said, the ATR on the daily was, we were kind of getting to the close to that extreme. Now we did get to the one of the targets here, which I was looking at 62.38, which was a naked point of control, and that put in the low. This market is still largely in short time frame control, folks. Look where it traded down to last night. Our second target for this session for the shorts yesterday was down at 61.76. Another naked point of control from back here on the 5th. Naked points of control are popular prices. They are prices in the past that were highly visited and highly traded. They are comfort levels, and they are visual targets. So that's where we got to last night. And then the news came out and blasted everything higher. Now, we have a potential for an island low. The gap from what day is this? This is Wednesday to Thursday, created a session gap. Well, we're going to be opening with another session gap. So that's going to leave this little day session range all by itself down here. Let's take a look at this let's see, you can see this in the regular trading hours. So there's that island low. It's going to leave it all by itself. And we had another potential island low back here, but the market did close out the gap So we didn't have that island low. It still put in a low there. We'd still have a weak low on that day, which is the 5th of September. But now we got another potential island low. Now, typically this is going to be a reversal pattern, but it's right in the middle of an area of value of balance. Does this count as an island low? I'm going with no, no. But you never know. You never know. We did, took a look at weekly kickoff high, $64 yesterday or the day before yesterday. Just took a look at it again here today. We're going to be opening with a gap with overnight inventory to the long side. Jay, what are your thoughts, my good man?
So, we are kind of seeing this market, Hogue, and like you were saying with that daily ATR, we're above it, right? So we've spent all of the daily ATR plus some. So what I'm looking at is, what is the potential for continuation to the upside, or do we now fall right back into this range, or do we consolidate for a little bit, right? Looking at the 30, we got the 200 moving average on the 30, 62.89, and that's the high of the day, 64. Is that 64 evens? 63.98, right? So high of the day. Hogue, if we can, real quick, if we can go down to a shorter time frame, maybe a 5-minute chart, and we do have that poll up
Want to
in the
use
chat.
three?
It looks like we are taking up 3 or 5, either one. We are taking
Here's
a
your 3.
5-minute opening range trade here.
Okay.
So looking at that candle, Hogue, the 7:27 Central Time candle.
Okay. Box it.
I don't mind being short under that candle with risk above the high to fall right back into
Okay.
that range. That's the highest volume we've had all day. It came on the news, no continuation through 64s. I don't mind being short there. Again, everything we say here is for educational purposes, not a suggestion to take a trade. But if we're looking at a market that's range bound, and that's the high of the range with that high volume, that is a pretty good reversal pattern. And we're seeing crude is open now.
Yes, it is. And we've got what? We're
We are
doing a
in.
5-minute opening range.
Yeah, we're taking the 5.
All right. All right.
We would need to see some continuation. I'm looking at what the target might be. The target would probably be 62.83s, which is that 200 moving average. But
we are ripping to the downside here.
yeah, we
Overnight
are.
inventory. Overnight inventory up against weekly kickoff high. Bam. I didn't get my vote in. That's probably why we're not doing the 1 minute. I didn't get my vote in. Too busy yapping.
To give them context, so hopefully some of the traders, you're taking some of this information and again, applying it to your own process. We'll talk about that checklist in just a little bit here, but yeah, this is let's see where we are. And JD, you talked about it, right? Sometimes taking that 1 minute limits the risk on this trade. Let's see how this 5-minute plays out. If I did get in short here against that candle, I'm looking at what happens here at 63.23. 23, because that's where those sellers kind of failed there.
Tom, I've got to change a couple of my indicators and lines from black to a different color so I can go back to the black background. Otherwise, I'm going to lose them. They just disappear.
Put your sunglasses on, Tom. Get your sunglasses. We'll have it switched up for fast markets. Don't worry.
Don't worry about it. We still in that gold trade, JD? It's kind of right back at our entry.
We are still in this gold trade. We were taking some heat on it. We're sitting right on top of our entry price again right now. Again, house count short 5 micro gold from 36.8190. Got our CYA up at 36.8590. Came real close to it. We're still in the money by just a couple ticks. Well, we're bouncing around our entry price right now. I've got the crude oil up right now. No trade on the 1 minute so far. We're on our third 1 minute bar. We just opened our third 1 minute candle. We'll see what triggers here. Got the micros up, loaded for a 5 lot. This dome is real thin in micro gold right now, or micro crude, I should say. Just a few up on both sides.
Got about a 25 tick opening range right now, 24 tick opening range in crude.
Yep. I wonder why the micro is so thin. It looks like, I mean, the mini is seems normal as far as kind of liquidity is concerned.
Right on the bid and offer, the micro is only 3 or 4 up.
Another 2 minutes here before this 5-minute candle closes. We got a 78% short tilt in crude oil right now. 63.39 is their price.
Ooh, right here.
Love that if we're looking for the short, but 78% short tilt, 58% long in gold.
I'm just gonna switch over to the 5-minute because we got no signal in the one in the 3 minutes so far. So, all right. I am now onto a 5-minute chart in crude oil. Still got a minute and a half until this bar closes. And we've got a 24 tick wide opening range.
D3 is at the high, 29 at the low so far. We will get to the NASDAQ charts in just a second. Can the NASDAQ do it? Will today be the day that the NASDAQ makes all-time highs? We will find out shortly. We'll take a look at this crude opening range trade. We got about 50 seconds to wait on the 5-minute. The 1 and the 3, it looks like that 1-minute range is going to be the 3 and the 5 again. I think that happened yesterday as well.
I've got a high in the micro right now, 63.52. You got the same thing in the mini?
Yes.
Yep. Okay. Actually making a new high right now. 30 seconds to go.
Thank everyone in our audience today for joining us. If you haven't done so already, hit that thumbs up button. We got a great show ahead for you today. This is the opening call. We do this every morning, 7:15 Central Time. 8 seconds here for this crude 5-minute opening range to close. We'll be long above the high, short below the low.
We just got in. All right, I'm working at 54, stop to enter above.
Okay.
I just
Can't stop that.
and we're in. All right. Let's count long 5 micro crude 63.55.
Is long crude here. I think we probably just got stopped out of gold there.
Yes, we did. That's what that was. We got stopped out on gold. Minus 227 on that gold trade. That was looking so good. We were at 1R, and it just turned about face and ripped right in our faces. Talk about getting spit in the face by a gold trade.
Rejected
I didn't see any
value.
news coming across. Yeah, I didn't see any news coming across the tape that would affect gold like that.
You got to relax, Tom. It's okay.
Tom, we see you. We see you, Tom. Tom, take a break. Go get a cup of coffee. Come back when you calm down.
Grab a ham sandwich.
Yeah, get a ham sandwich. All right, we've got our CYA down at 63.15, right on top of our overnight VWAP. I've got an overnight VWAP 63.60, so we're right there.
Right. House is long crude oil. Let's get to these NASDAQ charts, give the people what they want, JD. We got some news before we get into that, but what do we got on the news?
Yeah, we teased this a little while ago. Warner Brothers in the news today. Shares of Warner Brothers. We got a couple different sources for this. One from CNBC, one from Yahoo Finance. But shares of Warner Brothers rose more than 5% this morning in pre-market. A day after the stock saw its best day on record yesterday, Thursday. Shares of Warner Brothers Discovery jumped 29%, largest single day increase ever, following news that Paramount Skydance is reportedly preparing an offer to purchase Warner Brothers Discovery. Now, there's a popular name attached to this deal that we've been talking about quite a bit this week. David Ellison, the son of Oracle co-founder Larry Ellison, who is having one hell of a week. Did he increase his net worth by $100 billion the other day on Oracle's 36% increase? Was it Tuesday morning or Wednesday morning? The days all meshed together. The largest single day. Yep, largest single day increase for Oracle stock in history came earlier this week. So the Ellisons are having a pretty big news week and a pretty big money week. But David Ellison spent 2 years trying to put together a deal to buy Paramount Global. He sealed that deal for about $8 billion 2 years ago. And now he set his eyes on Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers is valued at about $71 billion, and David Ellison wants it in his pocket. Will it happen? We don't know. Here's a quote from Raymond Sphere, director of Anderson Center for Economic Research at Chapman University in Orange, California. He says, I don't know if the government will allow this. It's already very concentrated industry to start with, and now you'll have even more concentration. There will be less competition for streaming. When there is less competition, prices will increase over time. So the Fed may step in here, or the government, I should say, and take a look at this merger. It will shrink Hollywood's major legacy studios from to 4. There will only be 4 major studios if this merger is allowed to take place. Pretty interesting stuff.
Monopoly.
A monopoly, yes.
Yep.
Antitrust laws. That's what they'll be looking at. All right, guys. I'll keep an eye on this crude trade. What's happening in the NASDAQ?
All
Might
right.
be doing it. We might be doing it, Hogue.
Yeah, it's looking like it is. I think we summoned Coach Ditka, and he's inspiring the Nasdaq. But as always, on Friday, starting with the weekly, we've got a good up day going, or a good up week going here. We've been pretty much in range for the last month. We've got the breakout above weekly kickoff high in play right now, 23,942, that level, and looking like we may be headed towards new all-time highs. Here's the daily chart. Here we go. So, yes, yesterday we broke out and held above the weekly kickoff high. Again, that level 23,942. And we're right up against all-time highs. All-time high 24,068 and a half. We are looking like we're headed for it now. But again, we've one time framing higher on the daily chart. We are in rollovers. So again, the longer time frame traders are looking for more range bound markets to achieve their rollover successfully. We have not really been seeing that, so it's delayed the rollover. Cena, I saw your question. When you get the big players out there and we get near an expiration of the front month, if they want to maintain those positions and put them into the future front month from September to December in the equities, they have to move those positions, and they'll use either the spread or they'll leg them. But to make that easier, the longer time frame would prefer range bound trades for that to happen. Part of the reason why it hasn't been it's been kind of a slow rollover is because they're having trouble with the market state being somewhat directional, getting that rollover accomplished, because they can make money, they can break even, and they can certainly lose a lot of money by legging these spreads. So they're looking for kind of calm markets for that. So that's why we have a tendency to see markets range bound during rollover. Makes people crazy. I'm not a big fan of trading during rollover. It also makes volume difficult to read, as well as open interest difficult to read. Cena, thanks for the question. Jay, what do you think about the daily chart here? We may have to get that foghorn out again today.
I think we might have to, Hogue. It's been 30 calendar days, 22 trading days since we made an all-time high in the NASDAQ, and that streak might end today. It just, looks like we're pushing. Again, the S&P leading us higher. Yesterday, all of the equity markets, with the exception of the NASDAQ, looked like they were ready for a little bit of a run. But the NASDAQ may do it today. I'm looking at, if we don't do it, I'm looking at 23,945, 50% of yesterday's range as a potential target to the downside. We'll see a little bit more when we get down to a 30-minute chart, but I think today might be the day we do it, Hogue.
You just picked out the weekly kickoff high, 38,23,942. You said 945.
Interesting.
Right? There we go.
Yep.
Little confluence there. All right. Let's take a look at the 30. So, all right. Been really kind of lagging, of course, behind the S&Ps. We got that all-time high lurking just above. We had the late spike higher on Wednesday, on Tuesday, value higher on Wednesday, value higher on Thursday. The auction isn't doing bad. Again, it's very difficult to read that open interest because of rollover. I know we're all gunning for all-time highs here, but nothing would make the longer time frame happier than just to maybe take out that all-time high and then set up a range for the rest of the day to make it easier for them to do their rollover. We've got overnight inventory. Do we have much here? What are we looking at as far as inventory is concerned? We are right about here. No, nothing really tremendous. Nothing that I would look for an opportunity to trade against. Are we going to be opening with a gap? That is one thing that we have to consider. If we open with a gap, that is the market trying to continue to push higher. And the market has been successfully doing that. So if we open with a gap, can't close the gap, or we just close the gap, we could see this market continue this push to the upside. You got to be cautious up here. These equities have been had a habit or a tendency to put in that new all-time high and then see a pretty significant pullback off of that. Necessarily see that yesterday in the S&Ps much, but we have to see what happens here. The profile in the Nasdaq also a P shape. A P shape indicates short covering, and we had negative delta in the S&P and the Nasdaq at the end of the day yesterday. That was pretty short time frame shorts covering. Those probably weren't going to affect open interest because those were positions that were closed, that were opened and closed in the short time frame in the same session, so they're not going to affect open interest. And again, open interest really kind of tough to read because of rollover. What do you think, Jay? Do we continue to push higher up against that all-time high? Do we pull back and kind of fall back into the value area from yesterday and give the longer time frame a break so that they can get their roll done?
Could see us tagging that all-time high, Hogue. The question is, do we sustain that move, right? I'm looking at the underlying, looking at NDX right now, and NDX did take out that high, which it hadn't done in the same amount of time, but it did take it out earlier this morning. It looks like. So I do see the futures potentially taking out that high as well. The question is, does it sustain that move right now? We still have Michigan sentiment coming out 9 a.m. that could
Mm-hmm.
give us some volatility, and maybe it's volatility that just continues to push the market high. But I do see us taking it out. But that reluctant word keeps coming back into my mind, where we've seen these markets make all-time highs and then sell off, right? Sell off a full percentage point. So be looking out for both. On the 30-minute, I'm looking at a very similar thing to what we were looking at in the S&P. VWAP from CPI is at 23,999.50, right? We can call it 2,400. We had that 3 a.m. Central Time candle that tested that VWAP. We pushed through it, couldn't sustain. We tagged the high of the CPI candle and we bounced. So that kind of satisfies the pullback that I'm looking for. So I'm looking for upside until we see a reversal pattern. But this looks it's pretty bullish, at least for now. To another, what do we need? 20 points. We could do
Yeah.
that on
Why don't we
the New York session open.
let's just do it.
Let's
Let's
just get
just
it
do
out
it.
the way.
Just get it. Everybody get out and push. 40 points is nothing. 40 points is nothing. All right. So
Nothing at
again,
all.
we're looking at new high on the week, new high over yesterday. Only high we haven't taken out is the all-time high. Let's get that taken care of, and then we'll let the longer time frame have their opportunity to get this rollover done.
Absolutely.
What do you think?
All right. Put a poll in the put up that poll in the, if we can, in a poll in the chat. Does the Nasdaq take out an all-time high today? I would assume that most people are going to vote for yes, especially how close we are. We got this close a couple of days ago as well. As early as yesterday, as recent as yesterday, and it could not take it out. So if we can get that poll up in the chat. JD, I think we got a little bit more news to get to, and then the schedule for the day. Who do we have trading with us today?
Yes, just to follow up on some news that happened yesterday. Inflation rising as the job outlook grows weaker. For the first time in a long time, we saw the jobless claims number, which comes out every Thursday, sort of overshadow yesterday's CPI report. So the U.S. is getting hit with an economic double whammy right now. While the cost of living in the U.S. keeps climbing, finding a job is getting more difficult. Consumer prices inched upward 0.4 of a point last month, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. That pushed the annual inflation rate to 2.9%. Economists say the Trump administration's tariffs are a main factor in the increase. Meanwhile, first time applications for unemployment benefits last week hit a high not seen since October of 2021. Analysts say many companies have eased up on hiring in recent months, hinting that the country's labor market is on shaky ground. There's some data that came out yesterday. Jobs overshadowing inflation at the moment. I think it's eating on this
Jack
crude
was
trade
talking
right
about
now.
that, right? Most of that
Mhm.
reaction was probably from the jobs data and really not from the inflation data that we saw come out.
Yep.
See some of our friends in the green room right now getting ready for fast markets. JD, who is on the schedule for today trading with us on Top Step
We
TV?
got a good one. Once again, happy Friday, folks. Top Step TV, Tradertainment all day long. Coming up next in Fast Markets, we've got Duma Muhammad going to be joined by Jack Dolby and Hogue. 11 o'clock, Hogue will be in for the morning recap. We'll talk the markets. We'll talk about the trades we took in the opening call here, and also what happened in Fast Markets. Then we've got Trade with Top Step coming up around 11:15 Central Time. Coach Jay will be back with Mandy and Dakota. Group coaching, 12 o'clock Central Time. We're going to put a form in the chat in just a little while. You can submit your questions for me and Hogue, or Hogue. We will both be there from 12 o'clock to 1 o'clock p.m. Central Time, answering all of your questions and just being all around swell guys together. That's what we do. Trade with Top Step at 1 o'clock Central Time. Andre, Carlos, and Dolby time. And then we're closing out the day in Power Hour, 2 o'clock Central Time with Andre, Muhammad, Dakota, Rico, and Dolby time. Be here for the reversal challenge. It's going to be exciting, folks. There you go.
Yes, it is. Hogue, one more day. Just because it's Friday doesn't mean that you don't have homework. You might have to take the weekend to do it, but you still got to turn in your homework assignments. Let's get to that checklist, Hogue. Let's go over
Yes,
that.
you've got a big
Order
report.
filled.
I'm going to let everybody know about that in a minute here. So don't think you're just going to hang out all weekend. You got work to do. All right, let's get the checklist. Pre-market research and morning checklist. Pre-market, we just did. Check. Morning checklist, everything's set for the trading day. Check. How's your mindset? Are you in the mind for set for trading? Are you feeling good, centered? Check. How about trade entry checklist? Got your piece of paper and your pencil next to you? Check. And post-market checklist. You're going to do this after the close. We're going to give it a check mark right now. Check. We've got our daily checklist done. If you've
Order filled.
you get to go to the party down the street after school today. And you get to trade.
Order
Make
filled.
sure you do your homework. Make sure you are prepared for the trading day. Execute your plan, and then have a great weekend, everybody. Just speaking of an outside market, I know we talk, about the big four right now, but we are seeing natural gas. I don't know how many natural gas traders we have, up 2% in the last half an hour. So if you're looking for a market that has the potential to move pretty big, if you haven't traded it before, I would suggest maybe trading it in a practice account, if anything. But seeing a pretty big move here in natural gas, again, 2% in the last half an hour there. Just had that up on a side chart.
We're just about toast on this crude oil trade. Maybe we should start looking at natural gas in the morning for an opening range breakout. This has been a horrible week for the orb trades on the opening call. Let's throw up the toast, can we? Let's try and change our luck here.
Yep, put up the toast.
Last trading crude 63.19. House count was long from 63.55s. 78% short tilt. They held onto it. 78% short, 66% long in gold. Gold last trade 36.8760. We were looking for that continuation to the downside and just really didn't get it. Gold kind of staying range bound. The Nasdaq 24.45.75 and the S&P 65.92 evens last trade over there. Tendra wants to know, what about the cattle opening range trade? It's been a pretty good one, right? Take a look at the cattle chart. It has been a pretty good trade as well. Maybe looking at a 1 or 5 minute trade there, but that has been a pretty good trade as well.
I'm going to answer
Right,
a
Hogue.
question for Trav X. He was
Yeah, go
asking
ahead.
for the value area, high, low, point of control, and everything in the Nasdaq. Trav, you can get that right on your charts. Just look under indicators for top step daily levels. Put those on your charts, and you can see them right on your charts. You'll know where they are every morning. They are uploaded before the open every day, so you can just take a look and get those right on your chart. TravX, good stuff. JD, always a pleasure. Look forward to every morning with you guys. I am going to miss you guys over the weekend. I may call you at 7:15. We'll do a little conference call Saturday and Sunday, just because I'm going to miss you that much. But I am going to see you guys later on in the day. As always, thanks for your wisdom and everything that you guys do. So yeah, Trav, you can see these levels on your top step, on your right on the chart. You can even add the labels. If you right click on the price ladder on the right, you'll see labels. Click indicator name labels. You can put them on, you can take them off. They will be there every morning for you. Indicator name labels. So there they are. There's value area high, point of control, value area low, all right there for you. Even settlement is put on there for you. So you're going to have them, and you can have them on there every day. Travis, thank you very much. All right. So it's Friday. It's Capital Preservation Friday. It is rollover in gold, in crude oil and the S&Ps. Remember, rollover markets can get a little wonky. It's kind of hard to explain. Sometimes they go too far. Sometimes they don't go far enough. Sometimes they fall into ranges, which is what the bigger participants, the
Order
big backers,
filled.
have to roll things over.
Order
Much forward
filled.
to. They would much prefer range bound for rollover. The equity rollover is a little bit behind because of the directional activity we've been seeing for the past few days. Just keep that in mind as well. Capital preservation, right? There's no reason to get all biffed up on a Friday. Nobody wants to get all biffed up on a Friday. I think we are getting close to having the party here for fast markets. Excuse me one second. And all right, folks, happy Friday. Hope you've had a great week. Hope you have a wonderful weekend. And as always, remember, when you are trading, remain humble, stay grateful, stay creative, and centered, pray for peace. We've got Doom and Mohammed auto charts coming up in fast markets in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Order filled. Order filled. Order filled.
Little O'Reilly Auto Parts reference in the morning.
Oh wait.
With my horns. Good morning. Regret to inform everybody in the civilized 49 states that the Packers are 2-0, Andre. It's Friday. Let's go.
They looked good yesterday, too. Anyways, what a week for the Ellisons, by the way. We'll touch on that later. Anyways, welcome, everybody, to Top Step TV. This is Fast Markets. Look at this trio we got here. Jack in the house, Mohammed and Doom. Oh, what a Friday we got in store for today. All right, let's get right into it. Mr. Look at that smile, Mohammed. Every time, man, I see that face smile, it makes me smile. Mohammed, let's get right into it. We made new all-time highs in the ES yesterday, 6,600 even. What are your thoughts coming into this Friday? What's up, Mo?
Yeah, what's up, everybody? How are you doing?
What's
It's
up, Mo?
pleasure to be with you from the start to end of fast market. I'm so excited. I'm sure that we're gonna crush it today.
Order filled. Order filled.
Because we are profitable traders. You like it or not? Yes, we made money off this market one day, and we can do it again and again and again. Market is bullish. I mean, this is not a secret anymore. And today, until now, I don't see any direction that I would like to trade. the market is bullish doesn't mean that we don't sell it. I'm waiting for the first 30 minutes opening range, and we will take the opening range together in ES together. So the opening range, I could take it from the beginning of the opening range, but if the stop is wide, I will wait for an entry setup in the smaller time frame together. At least we know where is the direction of the market, where is the direction is intended to go. Until now, I cannot say anything. Valid short, valid long, you are 50-50% exactly at the middle of the last range that we created in ES last night, between 6,594 and 6,586. So it's almost 8 points of range in here. The market would tend to get back to it for after any breakout. So this is so far doesn't mean that I want to buy or sell right now. I would like to buy actually more than sell.
Okay. Sounds like you're bullish, Mohammed. Love it. I'm going to crush it. You heard the words from the man himself. All right, Mr. Doom, 170 on the big board. What a roller coaster week it's been from my man Doom. Doom, how's it going? Happy Friday. You're going more than 12 rounds with the market.
Indeed. I'm looking forward of this week ending.
I bet you are, man.
Pain. But hey, you gotta embrace the pain, and anyway, I made this run possible. I fed the bulls. I sold them some. They kicked my ass. Long story short, and I'm going to short it again. I'm short two off 41 and a tick, just 2 micros, taking it easy. I got greedy last night on Asia. I was sitting on a good trade. I didn't cash out, turned back and hit me. But I had the conviction. Conviction was taken away. All-time high type of market. Anything can happen.
Let's go.
Have tight stops. Talking about it, just got hit. Let's see how far we're going to go before something real happens. We are trading above the previous daily high. So this is indeed bullish. I'm looking to pull a Coach Dakota. Just buy the dip, man.
Okay, buy the dip. Indeed. Oh, wow. You get to all-time highs right here, right now in the NASDAQ. I've been saying it for a freaking week now. 24,006.8 is the price. All-time highs. We got them 4 points of the all-time highs in the NASDAQ. Let's take a look at the ES. ES trade 65.89. 65.89 there. Dow just fell off a cliff right there. Bottom out right to 46,000 even. Look at gold. Gold trading 36.84. Crude trading $63. 32.
Order filled.
Mohammed, you're leading bullish. What price?
Yep. However, still buyers are taking back the control.
Yes.
In this range, but we need to wait.
Okay, we do need to wait. Jack, talk to me. ES last year, right overnight view of 65.88. We made all-time highs yesterday. 6,600 evens. You got your eye on the options. Look at this. We took some. Look at that.
Yeah,
dude.
I'm letting them
What are we
fill in a little
thinking?
bit. Our option boys just started their day about a minute ago. Zero dates are king. It's also Friday, so we got weeklies expiring. Also, my charts here, I got the hour bars. We're in a pretty good little uptrend here with the support line over the last 8 days. If we were to touch that today, it'd be pretty sweet because it also corresponds to about 65-60 area where you'd get into that 65-50 strike. I am hands firmly adhered to butt for the time being. To the upside, 6,600 in the SPX would be like 66.06. So let's see how we react here.
06s? All right.
Yep.
Doom, short 2 micro from 24,041 in a tick, as my man likes to say. What an opening
now
wick
I
there.
got hit on that when it opened. I'm now short of 49 and a half.
All right.
And just two again. I ain't gonna hold these too long, but I'm looking at a tap at a low the range at 24,003 possibly.
Yeah.
And as Jack said, if my former fellow option boys decide to really dump it, the so-called degenerate free fall Friday where everybody's cashing on the run and start hitting the dealerships on the weekend, Yeah, you know what I mean.
What are they doing?
And you go big, you
Dude.
get the Lambo by Friday.
Yeah.
By Friday.
If you cash out today, your boy Doom is here to buy some of your hands at the Lolo.
You better be here on Monday, Doom. We need you here on Monday. I don't care. You better be here, Lambo or
What's
not.
Monday?
I need you here on
The first day of the work week.
first day of the week, first day of the trading week, Doom.
When you put it that way, I feel the exhaustion of doing it.
Oh, okay.
When you say work is not a good word for me.
No, this is well, okay. All right, Mohammed. Let me tell them if you do take any setups here, get those house.
Yeah, there is a setup. We don't need.
Already?
We don't have to wait until the first 30 minutes. There is also we can do it within the first 5 minutes. So this is the 5 minute range opening. I'm still waiting for it to close. So we mark the high of this candle, which is not closed yet. It could change. So after that, we will go to the 1 minute. 1 minute time frame, and then we will see if there is any value fair value gap created either above or below this range.
All right, nothing on the tilt right now. Oh, we do have one of the best numbers of all whole calendar month coming up at the top of the hour. Jack's favorite number, JD's favorite number, yes, University of Michigan sentiment.
Oh, that's my favorite.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Because
Release it at 7:30.
University of Michigan.
Top of the hour. You want to do it before the opening bell in New York? I mean,
Yeah, I think this 9 a.m. is just a crappy time to have a number at. So like, this first half hour, we got that to worry about if you have any trades to set up. For some reason, this number has just irked me more than any other because it has
moved us,
shaken us out of so many.
Yes. What was it? March?
So many things. Yeah.
That's why I love it. You think you're alone in that? I've been stop
backstory
and in my direction, full force.
I think it was non-farm for the backstory. It was non-farm in March, non-farm Friday in March, and non-farm payrolls. Obviously, that's like the biggest market moving number of the month, typically.
So we have this 5 minute closed. We have the first 5 minute closed in ES. So now we shift to the 1 minute. We have these ranges between 91, 75, and 56.88. I'm waiting basically either to close above or below with fair value gap to ride on the momentum up or down. So until now we are
order filled
of that 1 minute, 5 minute opening range.
Order filled. Order filled.
I'm already feeling it, man. I don't know what was I doing without this thing. Just trying to work the mouse. Yeah,
order rejected. Order rejected.
Anybody looking for a mouse?
Order rejected.
Selling off here in the Nasdaq. We got Doom short for 24,049 half.
I took one at 200 MA right here, 24.22. So I'm about break even on the first loss I took starting. If I did it now, we'll see. It's still a play.
We're now. Oh, very good. Yeah, okay, a little bit more selling coming in here in the Nasdaq. A little market order came in there. People hitting the bid. Did just bottom out at 24,008.
Let's not change the plan out. I'm actually, I don't know if you guys done that, but close a short, maybe buy 2 instead of 1, and immediately get in long, kind of reverse it.
You did that before. You've done that trade before. Yeah, there was a little bit.
Not jump the gun here. There's a little bit more room on the low. That's where the Lambo guys really cash out.
The low.
Yeah.
71% short in the Nasdaq. Yeah,
we were talking earlier. That's not Doom is like, if the option boys want to dump it, the option boys never want to dump it. If we're talking about the option investing public, they're overwhelmingly long. Yeah. So.
Oh yeah. Even if you're like a CEO or a big corporate guy that gets paid a portion of their yearly salary and options, they don't do zero DTE. You know who I was talking about? You know, the SPX boys with the same day expiration.
You know,
Hey.
What a time to be alive.
I actually,
Yes.
you know, you talk about like reevaluating your life. I actually opened a quote for like the SPX 0 date at one point yesterday,
Jack.
and just like looked at it for a while and then
Jack.
closed it.
Jack.
And I'm saying this.
Order filled. Order filled.
How long did
You
you
are,
Order
you're
filled.
all like my sponsors on this. I'm just telling you, I was tempted and I did not do it.
Looked at
How
it
long
for a
did you
while
look?
and he closed it. You're a strong man, Jack. Strong
For
man.
now. For now. I mean, was it a minute?
I gotta clear my books, man. I got my bottom kicked a little bit on the personal too, but I'm well hedged, and I'm looking for 2 more weeks of hope that we run 3 more new highs, but we'll see how it goes. Definitely closing a heebie-jeebie quarter here, but we'll see. See, the year is not done.
Wait, let's see if we can get down to those 24,000 evens. About 2 points to go here in the NASDAQ. And right on the opening bell, we came within 4 points of all-time highs. Will we actually see it? Last time we made all-time highs pretty much a month ago, August 13th in the NASDAQ. That price, 24,068 half.
Order filled.
Right off the bell.
Okay, we have a breakout below, but until now, I'm waiting for the current candle to close, creating a fair value gap in here. So I'm waiting if this will have a fair value gap or not. We don't know. If this closed without touching, no, we don't have a fair value gap until now. So we have the breakout down, but without any fair value gap in here. So this could be just a trap to go higher. We'll see.
Order filled.
I think so too. But I'm skittish on buying the dip.
House account. House account is long 5. Michael Crude from $63.55. Last trade 63.41. Again, top of the hour. University of Michigan sentiment number. All right, upper left-hand corner. Yesterday, first look at the hashtags out. Hashtag fast markets, hashtag power. Use that hashtag. Hit us up at Top Step TV on the X. Send us some cool submissions. Yesterday we saw some really good ones. And they were really, good to see payouts, positivity, good profits. Good to see that wall of green in your performance dashboard.
Order filled.
So send us that to send that to us.
Order filled. Order filled.
Hashtag power hour, hashtag fast markets. We'll turn that around to you during Power Hour today. Well, Power Hour is also the reversal challenge since it's Friday. So stay tuned for that.
Added
Daddy
3.
says, love the
My
band too.
new price is 25 and 3 ticks. 24,000. I call it 26. 3 micros. Come on, option boys. I know you still have some.
What do you win?
I'm short from 24, 25, and 3 ticks. I added 2 more to the initial short. Took 1, added. Come on, bust that low.
Bust that low. 24,000. Oh, 1.5. Jack, what will it take? What are we thinking here? What are we thinking here for perhaps any longs, if at all?
I mean, depends on how committed you are to buying the dip. There's certainly areas below that I would like to buy. That wasn't quite enough a dip. I would like to see it, test the lows of the overnight at least first. I was going to show, we were talking about the option boys. I do have the DGen chart of the day right here.
Already.
I gotta see that.
Yeah.
Yes. Here, one second. Let me clean this up a little bit for us. Here we are. Open Door Technologies, baby. As you can see, these are 4-hour bars going back to all the way back to July. It was trading about 50 cents. Had an initial sort of meme run up, but now it gapped up. It was up 80% yesterday on news that they had a new CEO that they brought over from Shopify. Now the CEO's deal is that he gets some of the juice if it goes up. They hit certain targets. If this gets to $33, I think in 2 years, he makes $2 billion. He's taking $1 in salary. If it gets to like 80, he'll make $6 billion. So he is just playing for the cut right now. But this is traded over a billion shares yesterday in this stock. Not me, market.
A lot of big numbers this week. A lot of
What kind of company is that? I'm sorry, I missed. What kind of company is that? What do they do?
Shopify.
I hardly know. It's Like
it looks like a meme coin. You know,
estate.
the chart pattern
Wait,
looks
is this
like a meme coin. That's why I asked.
Well, here's the thing with the unicorn. It's been around for, you know, it used to be up a bunch during the it's an OG meme stock, right? So it go up
Okay.
to $40 back in. Sorry, I'm sharing the wrong tab. Back in the day, the halcyon days of 2020, 2021. But yeah, something with real estate. Yeah,
Oh,
chat knows.
Hey, that's enough to throw 100K in it. Something with real estate. Buy it.
Something with real estate. Does it make money? No.
That's what boomers do. They buy
Okay,
real
take
estate.
all mine.
Everybody on the branch.
E-commerce meets real estate, Power Authority says. Perfect.
it was e-commerce.
I think we're engaged in it, right?
I would say so. Anything online, yeah. Anything online, commerce online, yes.
Electronic commerce, yes.
Electronic commerce, electronic mail, electronic proprietary trading shop. We got 65.88 last trade in the ES. Mohammed, still nothing.
Yeah.
Very good. 15 minutes
Nothing.
in. What
Nothing.
are you looking for setups?
Nothing. I'm looking for an exact setup. Either
What
it
is the
comes
exact setup from
or I
Mohammed?
don't have to pay it. Exactly. I need to see a fair value gap. I need to see strong money. I need to see market maker, or let's say whoever had the big money to interfere in this market.
Yes.
Because once we see that fair value gap, that means there is a big money is coming and will not allow this market to go below that gap. That's the signal that I'm waiting for the market to give me. Until now, as long as the market is not giving me that, I have to wait.
You know, yeah, Mohammed. Very good. How many short? You short 1 or 3? Did I lose Doom?
No, he's on
mute.
mute.
It's the first time you've ever been on mute, Doom. First time you've ever
Put
seen
that
you
in your
mute.
stream deck.
Never seen that.
I was doing stuff. I'm sorry. I'm short 4. I closed 1 on accident. Added 2 more. See if it pops above 24.40. Start closing bars above it. I'm out of this.
Right. The top of the hour. What are we looking at for the University of Michigan? Look at that turnaround. University of Michigan is expected. It's just purely a sentiment number. You're not going to believe how unscientific this number is. They send out pieces of mail here through the United States. And they ask you some questions. And they put a $5 bill in there. And they say, answer these questions. It is your option to do so. The expected is 58. 58 is the number. It's just sentiment.
58 is the sentiment.
58 is the sentiment. We should make our own. What's the top step?
Top step sentiment indicator.
Yeah.
Judging by our chat responses to polls, be pretty bullish.
I love it. Chat's fired up.
Yeah. Going around the Mag 7 real quick.
Please.
Tesla's been on a pretty big tear lately, trading 380 right now, up almost 3%. 4 of the 7 are down. Microsoft and Tesla are the 2 that are up a decent amount. Nvidia's been shockingly quiet the last few days.
Yeah,
it's been very, not much news from Nvidia land.
Let Oracle and Google do all the heavy lifting. Taking a breather. Oracle. You hear that, Dust? What a week for the Ellisons. Larry and then his son, Dave.
And the University of Michigan. Will this affect the sentiment report that Michigan will probably have like
all
an NFL caliber roster after a couple days ago?
On the Wolverines this weekend. All right.
Big wife guy, Larry Ellison. He didn't even go to Michigan. His wife just likes him. I don't even know if his wife went to Michigan.
Hilarious.
Maybe she did.
Congratulations. Congratulations, University of Michigan. Mohammed, no setup. Hey, the ES. Pretty tight range, right?
Setup. I'm
9 minutes or 9 points.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the market to give me the setup. Meanwhile, I'm trying to understand the context in here. So as we can see, the sellers had the control overnight.
Yeah.
They took it in the morning before pre-market, and they lost it during the open, and they are trying to reclaim the control, the buyers. I see the sellers now try After making that low in the open, they try once. Now it looks they're failing. If they failed, that means they are looking for the stops at 6,593. So the perfect setup is to see that twice. So they try once, they try twice. Once they fail, that is the entry. Looking for the stops of the sellers who failed. So this is a big sign that the sellers are failing right now. First sign. I don't have a fair value gap in my entry setup, so I will wait because that setup will tell me where is the target, what exactly they are with. Let's say they closed.
Order filled. Order filled.
Let's say they closed here. Okay, so that means we will have a stop from here until
what are the prices, Mohammed? You say here. You say here. Yeah. What are the prices?
Here, let's say they closed at 6,590. Okay, so that leaves a gap which is below. Make the stop 6,587, and then we will look for 2-to-1 risk to reward. 2-to-1 will make this price at 6,606. So that will give us where are the controller of the market are looking for. Then within the smaller time frame, we will find an entry. Until now, no fair value gap is created. Until now.
All right. We wait.
Dre, it's Friday.
Once
why
it's
you gotta
created,
make it difficult, man? What price?
I mean, for those listening on the radio, man, we got people listening on the radio all across the globe right now. On the radio.
It's right here. It's right now.
I know, man. Hey, right here, right now. Like, that does anyone any good when I say that. I apologize. Click subscribe, click like, click the bell. Also, pin at the top of the chat, Top Step Daily Levels. Click on that link. Have a little real estate on the street for that. Update and refresh before every New York Open. If you don't, you want to do it one better, be a little more efficient. Click on that indicators tab, top of Top Step X, type in Top Step Daily Levels. Have them slapped, overlaid right there on your charts on Top Step X. Top Step X. Very good. House account is long 5 micro crude oil, $63.55.
Yeah, we have fair value gap right now.
Okay.
As you can see, and the entry should be at not the trade that we will take, but
order filled.
That pattern 6,500.
Order filled.
With a stop at 6,586.
86s? Stop 86.
Yeah, but I'm not taking this. I will wait for an entry in the bigger timer frame. Yeah, that's the setup. Looking for 6,595. 95
upside. Okay. 95 upside. Very good. The patience.
Yeah, I will take one. I will take one at 6,589.
In.
Filled. I'm filled. I'm risking only $137.
Okay, Mo. Talk.
Let's see.
Okay, Mo, we got that number in 9 minutes. 9 minutes, probably be a short trade. Doom, you're also in this?
We're not going to trade no more because I'm going to
get that number going here.
I'm keeping an eye on 40 with the hope that it won't pass through with a devastating candle. 9 minutes. Keep an eye on it here. I have a short-term setup, like on the 1 minute and 1,000 tick, and often it's back and forth. Either things change on a big frame and you go down, or they start from the smallest and you see it progressively turn into a reversal on a bigger frame. I'm early, and there's news. I'm keeping an eye on this. Most likely it'll skedaddle before the news if it doesn't bring fruition.
This news, I mean,
hey, it's the Michigan.
Yeah, we can see also
order filled.
2000 tick chart, as we said before. That was the first try of the sellers, failed, and this is the second try now. We need to see a strong green candle that will confirm that the sellers are failing. And
Order filled.
Try to hold here, Mohammed.
Speaking of things that might
order filled.
chartists out there, involving breakouts. Go to my screen here. It's been a while since we had a good old-fashioned Tesla squeeze breakout, but you see what's happening here. These are day bars. Closed yesterday right at this level here, and then broke out today to the upside. Tesla is, once again, not that any value things matter anymore, but trading at the highest multiple of the Mag 7. So Tesla's trading like 140 times next year's earnings. But for now, and maybe later, great time to be long Tesla.
I love that. Like, we live in times where value does just, who cares about that?
Nothing matters.
It doesn't matter.
It's like the brand people have been telling us for years, Andre. Story is what matters. Narrative.
Oh boy, you couldn't be more.
Wow.
Could not be more true. True words cannot be spoken.
Nice green candle closed. This one, very nice one.
Yes.
Buyers are trying to claim the control back now, as you can, intersection between that 21 EMA and the smoothing line of the 21 EMA. So now it's the start of the buyers are taking control, but still they have to prove it. We need to see a close above 91.25, 6,091.25 to confirm the control.
Okay. Let's get this number out of the
Other
way.
than
We'll get
that,
rocking here on this Friday.
we're still in a very difficult range, actually.
We're getting there, Mo.
Yeah.
The NASDAQ. Most stubborn.
Nice.
Bull run. Look at Mohammed. Nice. Looking for those upside to the 96s.
Here we go. Here we go.
Oh, Mohammed fired up, man. We're going to crush it. You heard Mohammed's words. We're going to crush it. Doom, you gonna ride this through the number?
Debating. I'm keeping an eye on the 40s. If we start pushing above 40s here before the number, I'm definitely out of this.
Yeah, the number is a concern.
Order rejected.
Yeah.
Order filled. Order filled.
To that number. Number
Yeah, I would like to have a pop, so at least we can put our stop at point of entry at some point before the news. That will be lovely.
Some of these other markets. Gold made new all-time highs on Wednesday, 37.15. Gold trading 36.90 right now. Crude trading $63.31.
Come on, buyers. Come on, buyers. Get away.
Are you working an offer, Mohammed?
Get up. Yeah, I'm working an offer at 6,596.
Does
nice.
anyone in chat know why the quantum stocks are up so much? Or are people kind of frisky because we hit all-time highs yesterday? I saw someone mention that. I just confirmed.
Cool word. What? No,
it is a real cool word.
We'll see. I know. It's like, is that going to be the next term? Term. Just like, oh, here we go, Mohammed. Get that push, Mohammed. Where are those 96s?
Push.
Mohammed, fire up. I absolutely love it.
Whoosh.
Hey, Hogue. All right, let's see if Mohammed gets this
25.
Hogue, come on in here.
93.25.
You
Let's
got
take
it,
the
Mohammed.
stops. We said the sellers failed. That means buyers are looking for their stop. Their stop above 93.25. So if they are not above 93.25, they have not completed the mission.
It's Mo's World, Hogue. They've not completed the mission.
Let them roll.
Hogue, you heard it. Mohammed's trying to get the mission complete. What is happening? Happy Friday, Hogue. We got this push higher here for Mohammed. Got about 3 minutes till
Give me the stop.
Yeah, Mohammed. I'm getting out of your way, man. Go ahead, Mo. John, you too. Go out of Mo's way.
This is almost 1-to-1 for me.
Let him cook.
Doesn't even know Hogue's here.
Let him roll.
Yeah, this is more than 1-to-1. So I will exit this one just because of the news. Just because of the news, I will exit this one. The mission is completed, so
Mission
I'm
complete.
still
Nice
yeah.
mission.
Still there is a room.
Very nice. Yeah.
Still there is a room until 65.96.
Nice mission, Mo. Good morning, everybody.
What's up, Hogue?
Hey, Hogue.
Welcome to the Mohammed Show, everybody. Hogue, we are on Mo. What is happening? What's up, man?
I wasn't going to
What's up,
stop
Hogue?
him. When
That was
Mo's rolling,
fantastic.
you let him go.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hogue,
That was a nice trade. The opening range was the high of the session, and we just took that out on that nice trade by Mo there. Nice job. Opening range still the high of the day in the NASDAQ. probably headed for all-time highs in the NASDAQ.
Oh boy, Hope. I said it too. We put the jinx in. We put the jinx in.
We got negative delta in both right now. Okay, delta is actually now it's positive in the S&P 600, but negative delta in the NASDAQ. Again, as Jack reminds us, delta doesn't mean as much during rollover, and this